Good afternoon and Jai Hind all of you. Today I am here to discuss with you all the concept of cube and cube root. With the word cube, you are already aware and you have seen it also that the shape of a die is the shape of a cube. What is the speciality of a cube is that its all sides are same. It means its length, breadth and height all are same. I'll try to start once again because I'm not having the duster. So I'm starting once again. Good afternoon and Jai Hind all of you. Today I'm here to discuss with you all the concept of cube and cube root. Cube is a word which you seems like familiar because cube is a shape like the shape of a die which you used to play with the Ludo. So cube is that shape where all sides are same, where the length, breadth and height, all sides are same. Now what is this cube number then? As you have seen in the previous exercise about the square number, that the square number was that when the same number is repeated twice, then they are called a square number, or you can say it as 4 as a square number. This form of notation is also called as exponential notation. Now if a number m, if I take this number as n, if this number m is represented as n square, then this number is called as square number. Related with this concept only, like if you see the cube, as in cube all sides are same, 2 cube which means 2 into 2 into 2, or you can also say it as 8. So this 8 will be said as cube number. So suppose if you take this point as m and this point as n, if n can be represented in the form of n cube, then we call it as a cube number. So we can also say it as in other term, like if you take two alphabet A and B, and first alphabet A if you take it as a cube number, so if a first alphabet can be represented in the form of cube of the second one, then the first alphabet will be said as cube number. Keeping this in mind, I will give you the definition of a cube number. So a cube number means if a number m can be represented as n cube, then m is said to be a cube number. What can be the example of cube number? Like suppose if I take 1 cube, that's the value is 1. Similarly 2 cube, that's value is 8. 3 cube, that value is 27. 4 cube, that value is 64. 5 cube, that's value 125. 6 cube, that's value 216. 7 cube, that's value 343. Same way 8 cube, that equals to 512. 9 cube, that equals to 729, and 10 cube, that becomes 1000. Why am I writing this cube? Just to derive the properties, what could be the properties of a cube number, as you have already seen for a square number. That in a square number does not end with the digit 2, 3, 7 or 8. But let us check for this part, whether in this case, is there any particular number by which a cube number cannot end. If you see that 1 is already there, 2 is also there, 3 is also there, 4 is also there, 5 is also there, 6 is also there, 7 is also there, and 8 is also there, 9 is also there, 0 is also there. It means you cannot specify by seeing this cube that a cube number will have a particular digit only. The cube number can end with any digit. So properties could be, first property, that a cube number can end with any digit. But if you see, is there any combination in ending of any cube? Let's find it out. Like cube of 1 is ending with 1, cube of 2 is ending with 8, cube of 8 is ending with 2, and cube of 7 ending with 3, cube of 3 ending with 7, cube of 4 ending with 4, cube of 6 ending with 6, cube of 9 ending with 9. But there is no any specification for any of the number. We can have only some combination, like 2 cube will always end with 8, then the 8 cube will always end with 2. Similarly, 3 cube is end with 7, then the 7 cube is ending with 8. There is no any specification in the cube number and a particular digit of it. If you see some other number, if you see the even number, like all the even numbers cubes are ending with even, all the odd numbers cube are ending with odd. It means to say that cube of even digit will be even, cube of even number will be even, and similarly cube of odd number will be odd. So this could be two important properties, but its first property cannot be said as important because you cannot specify for a particular number that a cube number will be ending with this digit only. So by seeing this, by seeing the cube from 1 to 10, you get to know that the cube number can end with any digit. So by seeing number, you cannot decide that whether it is a cube number or it is a normal number. But when you see for some of the number, like cube of 2 is ending with 8, similarly cube of 8 is ending with 2, cube of 3 is ending with 7, but cube of 7 is ending with 3. But there is no other combination for 4, 5, 9, because cube of 4 will end with 4 only, cube of 6 will end with 6 only, cube of 5 will end with 5 only, cube of 9 will end with 9 only. So if a number ending with 1, then its cube will also end with 1 only. So you cannot decide particular, but if by seeing the number, if it is asked that what could be the unit digit of the cube of the given number, in that case just go for the unit place of that given number and make a cube of it. If you make the cube of it, then we will be able to know that what will be the ones digit when you make the cube of the given number. So this could be the important property for the same, that cube of even is even and cube of odd is odd. Like you have seen for the square number also, that's square of even number is even and the square of odd number is odd. Similarly, cube of even number will be even and cube of odd number will be odd. This is for the basic part of the cube number, and there are two methods of finding the cube root. Like in the previous exercise, that is square and square root, you must have learned about there are three methods of finding the square root. One was repeated subtraction method, one was prime factorization method, and third was long division method. But here there are only two methods. One is prime factorization method and one is estimation method. Prime factorization method is quite similar to the square number only. Like in a prime factorization method of finding a square root of any given number, we used to make a pair of 2 digits. Now when you need to find it out the prime factorization of a cube number, then you have to make the pair of 3 digits. In that way you can get a perfect cube. So this is the important part before we start the exercise. And before the exercise there is one small try these. I will show you what the try these is. It's given on page number 111, where it is asked to find it out what could be the ones digit of the cube of given number. When you make the cube of the unit digit, what could be the number? And it is given on page number 111. So here are some questions I am trying to solve. The first, third and fifth part. First, third and fifth part, and rest of the part you will try doing in your homework copy. It is already given in the syllabus also what all are homework. Like here the first digit is 3331, in the second one it is 149, and third one it is 1024. Here you need to find it out. If you make the cube of the given number, then what will be the unit digit of the cube of the given number. So when you need to write it for what will be the unit digit, so you will write it as unit digit of cube of 3331 will be, as you have seen that when you have made the cube of 1, it was ending with 1 only. So here also the unit digit is 1. So when you make the cube, it will end with 1 only. It cannot be other number. Similarly, the unit digit, third part, unit digit of cube of 149 will be, like here it is 9. You have seen that the cube of 9 was also ending with 9 because the cube of 9 was 729. So here also the cube of 9 will end with 9 only. Similarly, the third one, unit digit of cube of 1024 will be cube of 4. As you have seen the cube of 4, when I have written the cube of 4, that was coming as 64. So here also the unit digit is 4. So when you make the cube of 4, that is 64. Unit digit of cube of 1024 will be 4. So this only you have to do in this exercise, in this try this, that you just make the cube of unit digit to find it out what could be the unit digit of cube of that given number. And now in the, if I come to the exercise, before the exercise one more try this is there, but that's an interesting try this. As you have seen that in the square number, that any square number can be represented in the form of sum of odd consecutive number. Similarly, here also an interesting pattern is given there, that the 1 cube can be written as one odd number, that is 1 only. Now when you need to write 2 cube, that is 8, there should be 2 odd number just after 1, that is 3 plus 5. Similarly, when you write it for 3 cube, that is 27, that should be 3 odd number, consecutive odd number after 5, that is 7, 9, 11. 7 plus 9, 16, 16 plus 11, 27. Similarly for 4 cube, that is 64. So after 11, 4 consecutive odd number. So 11, after 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19. When you sum up, the sum will be 64. Let's see, 19 plus 17, 36 plus 15, 51 plus 13, 64. So that's fine. Now similarly, when you go for 5 cube, so 5 consecutive number after 19, 5 to get 125, that become 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. So when you write 5 consecutive number after 19, that's the sum will automatically become 125. Similarly, you can go for 6, that is 216. So that will be 6 consecutive number after 29 odd consecutive. So that becomes 31, 33, 35, 37, 39 and 41. Similarly, you can go for 7. So when you need to write it for 7, 7 consecutive number after 41, that become 43, 45, that's the sum is will be 343, 47, 49, 51, 53 and 55. So 7 odd consecutive number after 41, that will give you the sum as 343. That is one interesting pattern, and on the same 3 numbers are there, the cube of 6, 7 and 8. I have done it for 6 and 7. Similarly, you can do it for 8. That will be 8 consecutive number after 55. That will be the try these before the exercise. Now I'll do one question related to the how to find it out, that whether the given number is a cube number or not. That is from the exercise. So before I start the exercise, I hope this try these and this interesting pattern is clear to all of you. In this one, you need to find it out what could be the cube of what could be the unit digit of cube of given number. So 1 will end with 1, 9 will end with 9 and the 4 will end with 4. Similarly, rest of the numbers are there. You can also make the cube of those numbers to find it out what could be the unit digit. So this is the simplest exercise for cube and cube root, and the trithees of the same are also simple. You only have to focus that what has to be done. Just see and try by yourself. You will simply able to solve it. Now from the exercise, that is exercise 7.1. In the first question, homework for the first question. In the first question, the homework is first, third and fourth. First, third and fourth are homework for the first question. Homework for the next question, I'll let you know before solving that question. So first of all, let's solve for the second and fifth part, where you need to find whether the given number is a cube number or a perfect cube number or not. Like the first is given as 128. So when you need to find it out whether the given number is a cube number or not, so for that we will apply prime factorization method to find it out what are the possible factors of 128. So let's do the prime factorization of 128, and we'll see that will form a pair of three numbers. If we are getting even pair of three numbers, then we'll say that it is a perfect cube. So starting with 2, that is 64, again 2, 32, again 2, 16, again 2, 8, again 2, 4, again 2, 2, again 2, 1. If you see the pair of 2, we can easily make two pairs, but one number 2 is still remains there, that is not in pair. So for the same, we'll write the answer as the number 2 is not in equal pair of 3, equal pairs of 3 digit, as the I can frame some other sentence, as 2 is not in pair, therefore 128 is not a perfect cube. 128 is not a perfect cube. So this way you need to check it out whether the given number is a perfect cube or not. First of all, apply prime factorization method, make a pair of 3 digits, and then decide if they have made a even number of pair for those given number, then we'll call it as perfect cube. Otherwise we won't say it as perfect cube. Similarly, when we go for fifth, which is given as 46656, 46656. So here also we'll try to find it out the factors of 46656, starting with 2, 23328, again 2, 11, 22, 6, 1, 6, 4, again 2, 5, 16, 8, 3, 2, again 2, 2916, again 2, 1, 4, 5, 8, again 2, 7, 2, 9, then 3, 243, then 3, 81, then 3, 27, then for 27 we'll do 3 9s, 3 3s, 3 1s. So let's see, all the numbers are in pair and they are forming in a pair of 3. So here we'll conclude that as the number 2 and 3 are all in pairs of 3, therefore 46656 is a perfect cube number. So this is for the first question. I am repeating again, to find it out for a given number whether it is a perfect cube or not, just find it out the prime factorization and try to make a pair of 3. If there is a possibility that there are equal number of pairs of 3, you can able to form it, then we call it as perfect cube, as you have seen for the number 46656. And if any of the number lacks either one number or two number, if it is not becoming a pair of 3, if it is not forming, it means you will directly conclude it as it is not a perfect cube number. So this is all about for the first for today. Rest will continue in the next class. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.